Today's passage is from the letter of James, chapter 1, from verse 19 to the end of the chapter. I have a soft spot for James. What a breath of fresh air he is. You just know where you are with him. He says it like it is. He doesn't beat about the bush or worry too much about being polite, even. Sometimes I think we need a dose of what you might call home truths, just in case we get a bit precious about our faith. Be doers of the word and not hearers only, he writes. Later on, he gets even blunter. What's the good in faith without action? Fat lot of good. Anyone can say what they believe. Let's see you live it out. If we consider ourselves to be Christians, this is something we need to face. People are inclined to throw this criticism at us. Call yourself a Christian, so why are you doing this or not doing that? And according to James, they're perfectly entitled to challenge us in that way. Our lives and our faith ought to match. We ought to be living out the faith that we profess, Sunday by Sunday. At the end of the Eucharist, we're sent out to do this. Go in peace, to love and serve the Lord. Which means pretty much, now go and do it in the world. Of course, we fail at this often, and that's part of what we mean by sin. But repentance and forgiveness entail determination to put right that failure, to work on it. You could say that the Christian life consists of the process of trying to do this, of trying to bring our lives into line with our faith. The saints get on better with this project than the rest of us, and perhaps the only person who's ever done it completely is Jesus. In him, the life of God was perfectly enfleshed, embodied. James puts me in mind of the Old Testament prophets, telling the people that sacrifices are all very well, but what is more important to God is how we live our lives, and especially how we treat each other. So James says, if any think they are religious and do not bridle their tongues but deceive their hearts, their religion is worthless. Ouch. So what is genuine religion? To care for orphans and widows in their distress. Orphans and widows are, of course, scriptural shorthand for all those in need, those who are vulnerable, who have no one to speak for them. In other words, genuine religion is seen in being outward-looking, not focused on the self, and actively involved in caring for others. The summary of the law that Jesus gave us was love God and love your neighbour. Faith and action in one breath, two sides of one coin. Love of God enables love of neighbour. Love of neighbour evidences love of God.